Swansea, a small Welsh city with a big attitude. A city sick of living in the shadow of rich neighbour Cardiff.
It's not necessarily a poor town. It's got its nice bits. I think it's always stuck in Swansea's craw that it wasn't the capital of Wales, and they think that Cardiff shouldn't be and Swansea should be.
And for a town with a point to prove, it's all the more important to fight for your team. Swansea City, also known as the Jacks, have just the boys for the job.
The Jacks are going away!
They're young, they're hard, they're the Swansea Youth firm. Tomorrow, the Jacks play League 2 newcomers Notts County. It's the youth's first trip there, so Nicky is meeting his mate Tank to discuss tactics.
If you're walking through the town and there's like 5, 6 of you and no police about whatever, you bump into a couple of them, it's going to go off straight away, like, do you know what I mean? We got nothing planned, like, but never know, they just could come from nowhere, or we could just bump into them. A coincidence, like. If it kicks off, you know. You all just start fucking fighting, like.
Street brawl.
Yeah. Here we go.
Time for a pre-match council of war with the rest of the youth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 4, 14 people going tomorrow.
For the Swansea youth, every trip away is planned like a military operation. The mastermind behind it all is Johnny the Brains.
When you go away, there's trouble because you're in someone else's town. There might only be 30 or 40 of you walking down the road. You know, you might have 2,500 of the opposite team supporters. So then you've got to fight for yourself, do you know what I mean? When we went to Chester, it's a perfect example. We took over Chester, 50, 60 boys, and we were all singing our heart out. No one in the world could touch us. The police couldn't do anything. Chester fans couldn't do anything. We ransacked the city at the end of the day, didn't we?
It's the morning of the match, and some of the lads have been up all night. A good army fights on its stomach, and the youth are no exception.
It's all these Jersey breakfasts.
Following a team away is even more fraught because you have to get there, you have to marshal the troops. The whole thing is sort of wrapped up in this, it literally is an invading army going somewhere. And whether there's 20 of you, 200 of you, 2,000, 20,000, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all really about basically getting into a new town and taking it.
Phase 1 of Operation Notts County is a success. They're in England, and Johnny's plans are working like clockwork.
I'm just the direction guy, yeah? So if I don't direct anybody, we won't be going to Nottingham, like. We'll be back in Swansea before we know it. So I'll get us there now. We'll be there.
Johnny takes his responsibilities extremely seriously. Every detail has been factored into the route plan.
When we're all drinking, it does add time because we stop for a piss stop. We've been 5 minutes. It could be every 10 miles that we stop for a piss. So it adds a lot of time on the journey, so you've got to allow for that. It's all in the schedule at the moment.
Let's all piss on England! Let's all piss on England!
You've got tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of guys on buses. The lay-bys of the land are teeming with lines of men standing, you know, pissing all over the British countryside and in some sort of kind of twisted solitude. It's beautiful.
Every army has to have a uniform, and the same is true with football firms.
You know who the hooligans are, because if you were walking up the street in some town and you've seen a load of boys come towards you with Henry Lloyd, Ackham, Scoopdam, Burberry, Parada, you know they're up for it, and they will try and start with you. You've got Cameron here with his Henry Lloyd top on. Nicky by there. Nicky's got his Stone Island top on. Chunky's got his Burberry scarf. Chunky, show me Burberry scarf. A lot of this gear costs a lot of money, like. And of course jumper by there.
Probably cost tank about 80 to 90 quid.
110 quid, prick.
No, sorry, 110 quid for a jumper. It's the cost. So I mean, top name, top brand. But that's football, do you know what I mean?
They're dressed to kill. And now there's some exciting news from Nottingham.
It's going off, boys. It's fucking going off up there. It's going off up there, is it? Who does, is it? Fucking murders up there, mush.
Tricky telephone call, the boys are in a bit of trouble up there with a bit of Notts County fans. So, you know, at the end of the day, they're Jacks as well. They are our pride. So we need to get there now.
Now it's all down to Johnny. But will his route planning be up to the task?
Mr. Turner that we should have taken, like. So, at the moment, we're trying to get back on track. We're trying to for the next turning where we are, like, because at the moment we haven't got a clue where we are, so it's a bit devastating, to be quite honest with you.
Johnny's navigating has failed the test, and the rest of the youth are not amused.
Hey, can we go up or not? Keep going. We should fucking be there now, like, at the end of the day. I'm a fucking bus, like.
If the boys ever manage to get to Nottingham, they'll find a town that's no stranger to the world of the outlaw.
Nottingham is one of very few British cities that everybody all over the world has heard of, largely because of, you know, Robin Hood.
There's a law that has never been repealed since the medieval times, that after midnight, if you see a Welshman in the town, you're still allowed to shoot him with a long bow and an arrow.
So Robin Hood's firm are up for it. But where are the youth?
Johnny! What? You know where we're going, yeah? Yeah. English calm down, what?
After 6 hours of what should have been a 3-hour journey, they've arrived. But it's already nearly 3 o'clock, and sick of waiting, the county fans have gone to watch the match instead.
If they are any, they should come here looking for us, you know what I mean? It's their own town, they should come looking for us, you know? They got more right to walk around their own town than us, you know what I mean?
Luckily, there are plenty of other distractions.
Hooters is the official reception area for away fans. I mean, the girls who work in there must have exceptionally thick skin, or they're all deaf, because they must hear some of the most obscene chat-up lines.
Look at that, beautiful as fuck. We have no clue. I was just saying about the women there.
I can't see us going to the game, John, so like, you've got the beer, you've got the women, what more do you want, huh?
With the match well underway, the lads eventually decide they should head to the ground.
Stewards.
And they're just in time to be thrown out for drinking.
He took the bottle of beer into the ground, and apparently you're not allowed to have beer actually on the terraces, like.
But it's all taken in good heart.
Oh, fucking the score,
And hopefully there's still a few pleasures left to come.
Oh, look at them. They're fucking booties, man.
You take a lot more than that to pull us off. No, we come to the end of the day. No, we're not going to give it up as easy as that just because we over. Like, I mean, we're going to make sure we finish out the off on a good day. Like, I mean. No, these Notts County boys now, they know we're here. If they had a boat, where are they? They would have found us by now, definitely. Because let me tell you now, if this was us in our own town and like the away team was getting a walkabout like we have now today, it would have kicked off a long time ago.
But little does Tank know, it has. 500 yards away, Chunky and Cameron have been ambushed on their way to a cash point. And when the rest of the youth find out, it's battle stations. Battered Cameron has accused the lads of being too slow off the mark. Now he's getting a verbal kick in as well.
What do you fucking think we run away after you for? Do you think we're going to leave her there? Was it even crap? What's on about that?
Boys had it off with a couple of Notts County fans. Fucking wankers, man, running. Fucking wankers.
If you watch, we see them down there now.
Nice try, County. But now you've got the rest of the youth to deal with.
Get in the bus. I'm walking towards the bus, eh? Get in the bus to go fucking shortly now.
But there's no sign of the county fans. And just when it seems the lads have missed out on yet another scrap, Cameron mouths off again. Time for another kicking.
All of it, boys, on the bus. Can you turn this off for a minute? Turn it off, Cameron. Two of the boys went to the bank, the cash point machine. They bumped into a couple of Notts County boys. And we run straight to them, fucking to up the boys up. And Cameron's mouthing off about, yeah, some of you were fucking wankers and all that. There's no need of that, was it? I mean, fucking hell, all the boys were there, like. And he started off a big fucking argument, but I know. You saw that. Boys, you saw that now, right? Cameron, no more, right? Fucking kiss.
By the time they leave town, the youth have been lost on the road, thrown out of the ground, and had a massive brawl with each other. It's the end to another top day out with the Swansea Youth.